Hey everybody, I'm Sean. Welcome to another episode of Adventuring Spiders. Welcome back everybody. On today's episode, I am in Vietnam. We are kicking off a vacation of Southeast Asia. We're gonna go do our first walking tour today. We're gonna go see a little bit of the country while we get acclimated to Vietnam. Let's get to it. All right, we are going for a walk and we just left our hotel. And this is a first look at a busy street here in Vietnam. Everybody's setting up this morning. There are so many Vespas in this country. It is unbelievable. And not surprising, given the amount of traffic that's what people used to get around on. So, all right, we are headed on our way to a couple of parks and some temples, and I'll show you some of the sights when we get there. We're just continuing down here and just found our first park. So nice to see how lush and green it is here. And it is humid. Temperature today is 32 degrees Celsius and a lot of humidity. So I'm gonna continue off in the northern direction, check out a few more sights. All right, I have no idea what this building is. I'll have to look it up, but it's pretty cool looking. So we thought we would stop and have a quick look at it. Alright, so we reached the first destination here where we want to take a stop. This is the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, and this is the park space right in front of it. We got some security standing there. There's a square, lots of people out here taking pictures, and I don't know if you can go into the mausoleum. I think you can. We'll see if we can get in there, and then we're gonna head north and go up to a lake and view a monk temple. Guys, some traditional fishing here in Vietnam, pulling up their nets. You guys, these guys just pulled up their nets here from where you see these stakes. You see these fish. I think they're some kind of loach, and they're falling out of their nets here. So they're just picking them all up. There's a lot of fish in there. Very cool. Check this out, you guys. They're just putting their nets back out. They just emptied them. And now they're reattaching them to these stakes here. Pretty cool. And I guess they'll come back tomorrow and empty them out again. All right, this is the first public washroom we've seen here in Vietnam, and there is the squat hole for the women. We were told they're all over the place. All right, so we've arrived at one of our destinations here. This is a 9th century Buddhist temple right here on the edge of the lake. And just gonna go in and have a look. All right, everybody, this is the Tran Quoc Pagoda, and it was built in 541. That's 1500, 1600 years ago. Craziness. And this is a Buddhist temple. So we're gonna take a walk around. It's a very peaceful place. You're supposed to be quiet in here. This is a place of worship for the Buddhists. Rickshaw experience here because we're crazy. So here we go. And we're gonna go all the way back to the Citadel. Say hi. Hi. All right, you guys. We are currently in a rickshaw on a busy street in downtown Hanoi. I don't know if we made the right choice, but we're doing it because you got to have the experience. It's a bit crazy. What do you think?
It's fine.
Here's my mom and my sister right here in front of us. This guy's got a fan on his, blowing him off. He's gonna push it. Trying to cross the street in a tuk-tuk. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we are now at the Imperial City, I believe. We're gonna go to a museum and we'll check it out. All right, this is where we are at right now. This is the Imperial Citadel of Thang Long. It is a World Heritage Site. We are going to go check it out. There's also a festival on right now, the Taste of Australia, which is quite interesting, where you can eat Australian food and drink Australian wine, which is very interesting for a multicultural city, I suppose. All right, so apparently this dates back from the Lei or Li dynasty. I don't know how you say it, L-E. This is the main entrance, especially used by the kings as they entered the forbidden inner city walls. So the forbidden city is on the other side, and this is the entrance point, the south gate. Here is the gate that's currently open into the Imperial City. Gorgeous, absolutely beautiful here. This would be amazing at night with all these lanterns lit up. Unreal. Alright, this is the Archaeological Museum here at the Imperial City. Unbelievable. Just crazy. Most of these artifacts that you're seeing here are 1,000 years old. This is an absolutely amazing place. They only excavated this whole site here in 2009. This is a relatively new archaeological site. Amazing. So here we are right now in the heart of the Imperial City here, and each one of these buildings that you see, these historical buildings, is actually glassed off and is a museum. So you can see here's one right in front of us, and right beside it is the Archaeological Museum straight ahead there. So it also is a great place if you want to get out of the heat, because each of these buildings is air conditioned. Here is an exhibition of some of the things they pulled out directly associated with the Imperial Palace. Let's go check it out. Look at that. All right, everybody, I'm just inside one of the historical buildings here. These staircases are unreal. They're almost straight up and down. And the steps are almost 1.5 feet apart. Not only that, but the ceilings are so low that I have to duck on the way down. So it's clearly made for shorter people than me. All right, everybody, this is a really interesting building here. This building was built more recently here in the Imperial Palace grounds, and it's known as Building D67. And there's information here. It was actually built at the height of the Vietnam War for protection for the Minister of Defense. And even though it looks like a single-story building, it's dug into the ground, and it's soundproofed and shrapnel-proof. So we're gonna go in and have a look. All right, so this is what I was just talking about. This is a diagram. Up here is the building that I just showed you, and you can see how far underground it goes to the bunker that's underneath. Very cool. So the entrance to that bunker is actually right here, and we're gonna go down and check it out. That is a long ways down. All right, we just reached the bottom here of the bunker, and you can see this big, thick door. We are 3 stories underground, and pretty cool. So there's a whole bunch of rooms under here, and there's another big, heavy door right there that can be shut. So there's 2, and then underneath here we've got the working rooms. And they've got, oh, there's a meeting room. This is really cool. This is very interesting right here. This is the air filtration room. It says here that they had to make sure that they had fresh air down here, and the meetings were held in this bunker from 1967 to 1975. So the building where we entered the bunker is just in the distance there, the white building. We actually came out in this one, so they hid the entrances and the exits pretty well. This is the exit to the bunker right here. Looks just like a normal door to this building in front of me, so you'd never know that was there. Pretty impressive. This is one part of the foundations here. They've left a part of the excavation open. You can see the original surface, a lot of the ruined bricks. You guys, this is really cool. These are the original dragon balustrades from the Li Dynasty. Very, very impressive. This is the most impressive thing I've seen in here. This glaive. This glaive is 2.5 meters long and almost 70 pounds. Unreal. There's another part of a museum associated with the Imperial Palace, and probably the most impressive thing I've seen so far. Check out this dragon. Massive. Now, this is a reconstruction, except for the pieces that you can see that are a lighter color. So they've filled in the rest, and you can see the claw at the bottom there, a piece from the middle, there's a piece towards the tail and the neck. But regardless, very, very impressive. All right, the other dragons were impressive. These ones are even more impressive. This is something else. And this is the steps up to the original palace. They've got a reconstruction up there of just a graphic of what the palace would have looked like. But yeah, this is the entrance right here. All right, the last thing I want to do here is go up the stairs, these beautiful lotus petal lanterns, to the top of the gate to the grounds. Okay, this is the gardens. Just at the top of the gate that leads into the Imperial Palace. So this is the gate that people would have come through right down here. That's the main entrance to the gate, and it would have gone through here. And of course, at the time, this area that's overgrown would not have been overgrown. And this area all behind me here is where the Imperial Palace was, actually at the very, very back where we were before. So nice little gardens area sitting up here, and it overlooks an area here on the other side where they have events, and this is currently where they're doing the Taste of Australia. All right, everybody, this is crossing the street in Vietnam. It's a game of Frogger, and some of the corners, like this one, do have a light that turned green, so you know when to cross. But I can tell you that it doesn't matter, because even when the walk light is green, you still have to dodge vehicles. All right, here's a perfect example of playing Frogger. This one does not have a light. We're gonna cross here on this street, and we're gonna have to step over. All right, you ready?